And joining us now with more insight on this story is Abu Bakar Molla. He is a Jamaat-e-Islami EU spokesman. Really good to have you with us. After Mir Qasim Ali's appeal was denied, he refused to seek a presidential pardon because that obviously requires you to admit you're guilty. And presumably, Mr. Ali wasn't prepared to do this because he believed he was innocent. And we also have human rights groups saying this execution is one of a string of political stunts. What's your view?
Mir Qasim Ali did not commit any crime, and there is no evidence against him at all. Even the Chief Justice, who has given the death sentence, he said in the open court, which is part of the proceedings as well, that there is not enough evidence to prove that Mir Qasim Ali was guilty. And because of that, he suggested that the prosecution should be punished and the case should be brought against even the prosecution, because there was not enough evidence against Mir Qasim Ali. So even saying and confirming in the open court there was not enough evidence against Mir Qasim Ali to prove the case or found him guilty, later on, due to the government pressure, and Mir Qasim Ali was given death sentence. It was the government decision which has come through the court. It was not a fair trial at all, according to the International Legal and Human Rights Committee. As you have heard, that United Nations has said that this trial was deeply flawed, and international communities such as Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and the other international human rights organizations, including 50 prominent European Parliament member, has said that this trial process is flawed. It was a political prosecution. It was deeply flawed, and this trial did not meet international standard. So a 17-year-old boy in 1971, how he can be a Al-Badr leader or a militia leader? And the prosecution did not bring any evidence against him. So it was the government decision who made the decision to weaken Jamaat-Islami by killing Mir Qasim Ali, who was a prominent leader and the top leader of Jamaat-Islami. Not only that, he was a successful business entrepreneur. He was the head of World Muslim League in Bangladesh. And the unelected Aoumi League regime knew that by killing Mir Qasim Ali, they will weaken Jamaat-Islami. Actually, it has increased the morale of Jamaat-Islami manpowers. And it is a big loss for the people of Bangladesh, and it is a loss for the Muslim Ummah as well.
Mr. Molla, you were saying that this is incredibly unjust, what has happened, and there seems to be a growing caucus of people agreeing with you here. But let me ask you about the actual war in 1971, where the death toll is estimated at around 600,000. People die in the crossfire of water. That's a cruel reality. But do you feel comfortable saying that Mir Qasim Ali's or any member of Jamaat-e-Islami is not responsible for any war crimes during the 1971 War of Independence?
Jamaat is not against justice. Jamaat is in favor of justice. But there has to be justice. And justice should be done through a fair trial process. But what we have seen, what international community has seen, and the international community has come to a conclusion, such as United Nations, European Union, Amnesty International, and Human Rights Watch, they have decided and concluded that this trial process did not meet international standard.
Forgive me for interrupting, Mr. Molla, but I think we've made it clear, and certainly you stand by the likes of Amnesty International in saying that these war tribunals are, well, a bit of a sham, really. But the question I was asking is, do you feel confident in saying that Jamaat did not commit any war crimes during the 1971 War of Independence?
I'm very confident, and that Jamaat-Islami was not involved in any crime in 1971, and the prosecution could not bring any evidence against Jamaat-Islami or any leaders of Jamaat-Islami. It was a false prosecution, and there was no evidence at all against Jamaat or its leadership.
And where do you think this has stopped? Because Mr. Ali is now the 5th person to be executed under this war tribunal. Are you expecting to lose more friends in this kind of fashion?
Yes, as I said before, they want to weaken Jamaat Islami. They want to damage the Jamaat Islami by killing its leaders and its manpowers. That is their target. They do not want to establish justice, and justice is not their aim. Their aim is to weaken and damage the largest Islamic political party in Bangladesh and the third largest opposition political party in Bangladesh. That is their target. But as I said before, the people's sympathy towards Jamaat Islami is increasing, and the moral of manpowers of Jamaat Islami is increasing as well. By killing the Jamaat leaders and manpowers, they cannot wipe out Jamaat Islami from the political scene of Bangladesh. And Jamaat Islami will remain as a strong political party with the support of Bangladesh and through the democratic process.
Abu Bakar Molla, I understand that Mr. Ali was a good friend of yours and this would be an incredibly difficult time, so we really appreciate you joining us during this period.